First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here to Ottumwa High today. We're very pleased and proud to be announcing the hiring of our new football coach, Mr. Rich Mason. Currently, or at least the past year, has been offensive coordinator at, or offensive backfield coach at Iowa Western Community College in Council Bluffs. He has had great experience in Hastings, Nebraska, McMurray College in Illinois, and then most recently at Iowa Western. Very thrilled to have him. He will be at school taking the position currently occupied by Mr. Dick Stofa. Dick is our dropout prevention coordinator, and he will be operating in that capacity here. But at this time, I'll just pass over the microphone to Coach Mason.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. First of all, I definitely would like to thank Mr. Hansen, Mr. Egbert, Mr. Kapatich, going through this process with me. Really in my dealings with them, I've come to get the feeling that the support is there from the administration, from the community, and there's a lot of people that are excited about Bulldog football, and I'm really pumped about that. I also want to thank my wife, Kristen. She couldn't come down here with me today, but she's been with me every step of the way, and as well as my family, for kind of bearing with me through this process, as well as all the other years that we've been doing this. Obviously, this can be a tough profession at times, but they've been by my side throughout, and I really thank them. She is obviously an Albia native, so that was one of the reasons that this position was appealing to me with the area and part of the state. It puts her kind of right back in her backyard. I'm very close to my family, originally from Mexico, Missouri, which isn't more than 2.5 hours away. Played my college football at Truman State right down there in Kirksville, and so I was excited to look into this part of the state and into this school, and I think through the process I just really, I came into it being unsure, and by the time I left last week, I felt like I was pretty sure that if I had the opportunity that I'd be ready to go, and so very thankful for all of that. I've been kind of chasing a dream, and my family's been with me along that line, but now it's kind of become a reality here at Ottumwa with Bulldog football, and I'm just I think that Coach Fonts has done a great job here in recent years, building, bringing that winning attitude back to these kids, because obviously we know the success that this program has seen, bringing them back, bringing that confidence back to them. And really, I just want to be able to kind of run with that a little bit, help these guys get in. There will be some differences probably in the system, but a lot of what they've done is really good, and I just kind of want to continue the success and continue the building of that attitude, because as you guys might know, I think attitude and how you feel as you step onto that field is so important. Going out there expecting to be successful, it's a feeling I've had at Iowa Western here recently. We go onto the field every week knowing that either we're going to win or we're going to have ourselves in position to win that game, and it just takes so much stress away from you. You get to go out there and play, because I've also been in places where that wasn't the case, and there's a real difference there. So I'm excited to get that going. Just had a chance to meet with most of the players a minute ago. Kind of, saw a twinkle in their eye. One kid asked me, when are we going to get to work? He almost wanted to know if there was practice today, and so he wanted to get going, and I felt really good about that. So, with that, I open it up to any questions that you guys have.
You mentioned the players kind of really excited to kind of get going. What are your sort of emotions to kind of take the reins and actually get the whole season started?
I can't really explain how excited I am for the opportunity to get going, get out there on the field, and see, for one, see what we have. You know, I've had a chance to watch a little bit of film, but to get to see it in person, figure out how our personnel is going to fit with my my own system, how those things can be adjusted and can fit together, put them in the best situation possible to have success. But no, I'm super excited to get going. You know, obviously the work starts now. We've got a lot of things to get done, but we're ready to do it.
You played offense in college, and you've coached mostly offense in your career.
Correct.
Talk about, just in general, talk about what kind of offense you want to run here at Ottumwa.
My background is really kind of a multiple spread, you know, with that kind of that zone read option has been a big part of that. You know, I'm currently learning about some other things that I might want to incorporate into that system, but I think that I'll keep that as a base. You know what I mean? We want to be a very tough team. We want to be known as that. But you know, obviously at the same time, we got to figure out what's going to be the best fit for what we can do here with the personnel that we have here. And so I've had a chance to be involved in some different systems and work under some great coaches. And I have no doubt that I'll get something figured out that fits everything perfectly so we can go out there and execute those things. Anything else?
What sort of challenges do you expect kind of coming from Iowa Western to college to come in here to a high school program?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think that being at Iowa Western, you know, and being on the junior college level has probably prepared me to come to a high school situation more than any other job I've ever had, just because a lot of those kids have some needs that need to be addressed. You know, some of them were good students, some of them weren't. Same thing in high school. Some of them have great support at home, some of them don't. Same thing in high school, you know what I mean? So those things are something that I'm looking forward to kind of jumping right in there and finding a solution for. But as far as challenges, you know, I mean, like I said, I think Coach Fonts has done some really good things leading up to this point. So I'm just looking forward to getting here, getting to know these kids, you know, working with this staff and this administration and trying to get it all figured out.
Rich will actually be here starting May 18th to be able to shadow Mr. Stolfa and kind of learn that position, and then be able to meet with players either as a group or individually and goal set, those types of things. So I think we'll be able to get things going that way.
Sure.
That's probably all we have.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it.